Hello and welcome. In this program, we will be exploring the enormous power of self-discipline. Besides, I will share some thoughts to brighten your day and some ideas about self-discipline. I hope you will enjoy listening to this program as much as I enjoy creating them. My wish for you is for a happier and more successful life. If you like what you watch here, please subscribe and come back often. Now, let's dive into today's subject. I believe the highest form of government is self-government. Leaders have a deep dedication to personal discipline. They adhere to self-imposed limits so they may be certain to achieve their visions. They do not want to lose out by pursuing personal indulgence rather than the fulfillment of their purposes. Are you self-disciplined? Do you impose high standards and strict parameters on yourself for the sake of fulfilling your purpose and vision? The following are some key characteristics of personal discipline. Number 1. Delayed gratification. Self-discipline means patiently waiting for the right and best results in life. Too many people want to rush the process, whether it is in regard to forming relationships, obtaining possessions, or achieving success, and they pursue an immediate reward. A leader settles only for what is best in regard to his relationship with the Creator and his purpose and vision. He has learned when to reject immediate gratification for the sake of gaining greater benefits in the future. Number 2. Self-sacrifice. Leaders are willing to make sacrifices for the sake of service. They think more about those whom they are serving through their visions than about their own comfort. Entertainment and relaxation are not their principal goals in life. While they are aware that their bodies and minds need times of renewal and refreshing, they make the best use of their time that they can. In addition, when leaders make decisions, they are aware of the consequences of those decisions in relation to their goals. There are only so many hours in a day. When we choose to be involved in one activity, we are making the choice not to be involved in another activity. When we decide to put our resources in one place, we are making a decision not to put our resources in another place. Leaders understand the principle of priorities in relation to their visions. Number 3. The pursuit of excellence. A leader disciplines himself in the pursuit of excellence. He shuns mediocrity. He strives to develop his skills and talents and to gain relevant knowledge and wisdom in order to accomplish his vision. While others allow laziness or apathy to set in, leaders discipline themselves to keep moving towards their goals by tapping into their original passions and accepting responsibility for completing tedious or difficult tasks. Leaders mold themselves to obtain what is best for their lives and will not settle for less. Number 4. Not compromising for the sake of popularity. It can sometimes take a great amount of personal integrity and discipline to withstand the temptation to compromise your vision for the sake of temporary popularity and others' approval. If You are easily influenced by other people, regardless of your personal convictions. This is a characteristic you particularly need to focus on eliminating. True leaders cannot compromise their visions so that others will like them or so that they will not have to deal with opposition. Not compromising one's vision doesn't mean that a leader shouldn't learn to listen to those who genuinely want to help and who may have suggestions on how to fulfill his vision in a better and more efficient way. That is cooperation, not compromise. That is using wisdom and all your available resources in making decisions. Leaders must learn the distinction between not compromising their principles and hindering their own progress through pride, stubbornness, or self-absorption. Number 5, a willingness to work alone. Because leaders do not seek popularity and because their visions are usually innovative and counter to the status quo, they often have to work alone, especially at first. How do you react when people oppose you or ignore your ideas? Do you immediately give up your plans, or are you willing to keep pursuing your dream because you are convinced of your purpose and because your passion for your vision won't allow you to discard it? If you have to work alone, draw strength from the one who walked alone in his vision in order to reconcile you to your Creator. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Hebrews 12 verse 2 through 3. If you want to be an effective leader, you have to discipline yourself to be self-possessed, stable, and consistent. Otherwise, circumstances in your life can easily get out of control and you can be easily swayed by other people who don't have your best interests in mind. Let me stress that it must not be analyzed to mean that the need for cooperation and participatory management should be ignored. Again, there must be an environment of cooperation and teamwork for there to be corporate success. However, this must be done within the context of a singular vision based on God's purposes. It is important to understand that you can't lead people when they are leading you. If God said something in His word, you do it, no matter who disagrees with you. If you are the kind of leader who lets things happen to you, you won't be in a leadership position for very long. You can be a victim of your circumstances, or you can stand by your beliefs and principles, even if it means working alone, having the faith and discipline to withstand the pressure to compromise. Number 6, making the right decisions. You see, my friend, our world needs leaders who are disciplined people. If you need help establishing discipline in your life, ask for it, but don't stop there. Take the advice given to you and change your actions. Discipline means imposing strict guidelines on yourself. Eventually, don't let someone else set guidelines for you. Set them yourself in accordance with God's word and the requirements of your vision. Discipline means making the right decision under pressure. The highest form of discipline is self-discipline. In fact, only the self-disciplined have earned the right to discipline others. Those who have excelled in this quality will rise above the surface of life and command the respect of others. One quality that most philosophers, teachers, and experts agree on is the importance of self-discipline. Discipline is what you must have to resist the temptation of excuses. It is self-discipline that enables you to get up from your bed in the morning. It is the key to a great life, and without it, no lasting success is possible. You can achieve almost any goal you set for yourself if you have the discipline to pay the price, to do what you need to do, and to never give up. This program is recorded for ambitious, determined men and women who want to achieve everything that is possible for them in life. It is recorded for people who are hungry to do more, to have more, and to be more than they have ever been before. Perhaps the most important insight of all with regard to success is that to achieve greatly, you must become a different person. It is not the material things you accomplish or acquire that matter so much as it is the quality of the person you must become to accomplish well above the average. The development of self-discipline is the high road that makes everything possible for you. This program will serve as your step-by-step guide to becoming a remarkable person who is capable of remarkable achievements. Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is the key to personal greatness. Self-discipline is the master key to all accomplishments in life. It is the magic quality that opens all doors for you and makes everything else possible. With self-discipline, the average person can rise as far as fast as his talents and indulgence can take him. But without self-discipline, a person with every blessing of background, education, and opportunity will seldom rise above mediocrity. Just as self-discipline is the key to success, the lack of self-discipline is the major cause of failure, frustration, and unhappiness in life. It causes us to make excuses and sell ourselves short. Perhaps the two biggest enemies of success, happiness, and personal fulfillment are first, the path of least resistance, and second, the expediency factor. The path of least resistance is what causes people to take the easy way in almost every situation. They seek shortcuts to everything. They arrive at work at the last minute and leave at the first opportunity. They look for get-rich-quick schemes and easy money. Over time, they develop the habit of always seeking an easier, faster way to get the things they want, rather than doing what is hard but necessary to achieve real success. The expediency factor, which is an extension of the law of least resistance, is even worse when leading people to failure and underachievement. This principle says, people invariably seek the fastest and easiest way to get the things they want right now, with little or no concern for the long-term consequences of their behaviors. In other words, most people do what is expedient, what is fun and easy, rather than what is necessary for success. Every day and every minute of every day, there is a battle going on inside of you between doing what is right, hard, and necessary, or doing what is fun, easy, and of little or no value. Every minute of every day, you must fight and win this battle with the expediency factor and resist the pull of the path of least resistance if you truly desire to become everything you are capable of becoming. take control of yourself. Another definition of self-discipline is self-mastery. Success is possible only when you can master your own emotions, appetites, and inclinations. People who lack the ability to master their appetites become feeble and dissolute, as well as unreliable in other things as well. Self-discipline can also be defined as self-control. Your ability to control yourself and your actions, control what you say and do, and ensure that your behaviors are consistent with your long-term goals and objectives is the mark of the superior person. Discipline has been defined as self-denial. This requires that you deny yourself the easy pleasures, the temptation that leads so many people astray, and instead discipline yourself to do only those things that you know are right for the long term and appropriate for the moment. Self-discipline requires delayed gratification, the ability to put off satisfaction in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term. The habit of self-discipline. Fortunately, you can develop the habit of self-discipline. The regular practice of disciplining yourself to do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not, becomes stronger and stronger as you practice it. You refuse to make excuses. Bad habits are easy to form but hard to live with. Good habits are hard to form but easy to live with. As someone wisely remarked, everything is hard before it's easy. It is hard to form the habits of self-discipline, self-mastery, and self-control, but once you have developed them, they become automatic and easy to practice. When the habits of self-discipline are firmly established in your behavior, you start to feel uncomfortable when you are not behaving in a self-disciplined manner. The best news is that all habits are learnable. You can learn any habit you need to learn in order to become the kind of person that you want to become. You can become an excellent person by practicing self-discipline whenever it is called for. Every practice of self-discipline strengthens every other discipline. Unfortunately, every weakness in discipline weakens your other disciplines as well. To develop the habit of self-discipline, you first make a firm decision about how you will behave in a particular area of activity. You then refuse to allow exceptions until the habit of self-discipline in that area is firmly established. Each time you stumble, as you will, you resolve once again to keep practicing self-discipline until it becomes easier for you to behave in a disciplined way than to behave in an undisciplined way. The rewards of self-discipline. The payoff for developing high levels of self-discipline is extraordinary. There is a direct relationship between self-discipline and self-esteem. The more you practice self-mastery and self-control, the more you like and value yourself. The more you discipline yourself, the greater is your sense of self-respect and personal pride. The more you practice self-discipline, the better is your self-image. You see yourself and think about yourself in a more positive way. You feel happier and more powerful as a person. The development and maintenance of the habit of self-discipline are a lifelong task, an ongoing battle. It never ends. The temptation to follow the path of least resistance and the expediency factor hides continually in the back of your mind. They are always waiting for an opportunity to pounce, to lead you astray into doing what is fun, easy, and unimportant, rather than what is hard, necessary, and life-enhancing. Napoleon Hill said it best when he observed, "Self-discipline is the master key to riches. Self-discipline is the key to self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride. The development of self-discipline is your guarantee that you will eventually overcome all your obstacles and create a wonderful life for yourself. The ability to practice self-discipline is the real reason why some people are more successful and happy than others. When you master the power of self-discipline, you will become unstoppable like a force of nature. You will never make excuses for not making progress. You will accomplish more in the next few months and years than most people accomplish in a lifetime. Each one of us possess the ability to influence our communities, homes, cities, and perhaps even the world at large, if and only we will discipline ourselves and place demand on the vast wealth of potential that is lying dormant within us. Remember, your greatest responsibility is to yourself, not others. Thank you. God bless you.